All right, all right. So we're back in the workshop here. I just want to show you guys real quick how to solve a Raspberry Pi issue, which, if you have a regular Raspberry Pi, this I think is a Raspberry Pi 4. It's USB-C powered, and that's fine. It runs great. I'm running Klipper for my Ender 3 Pro, which I modded with my SKR Mini version 3 board. Anyway, it works fine, but I sometimes get an under voltage message, and I've tried multiple power bricks, and long story short, it's getting old. I have a jankish ATX power supply, and this will basically work with any power supply that has Molex connectors. The point being is we want to be able to power the Raspberry Pi itself with an ATX power supply. And because if you look at one of these, granted it's upside down, they can deliver something pretty crazy like what is this? 5 volts, 25 amps max, which is bomb because you look at like, I don't know what, like a 4 amp power supply on Amazon, and it's already like $20, and then you're assuming that you're gonna have a quality power supply, but you still have no idea. So what we're gonna do is basically take a USB-C cable and make a Molex adapter for it. Now, obviously, this would work with something else as well. Like, if you only had a SATA style connector, that's fine as well. So hopefully this angle's good. Seems like it. But essentially, we're going to take one of these female Molex connectors. Yellow is always 12 volts. Red is 5 volts. We're only going to use the 5 volt. So I'm actually going to de-pin these other two. Yes, there is a tool for this, but I'm just going to use tweezers. So we're going to take your standard, this is just a junky little USB-C cable that came out of, I don't know, some LED light. I'm going to lop that off. Now, what I don't like about this is these wires are so freaking thin. It honestly grosses me out to even do this. So I'm gonna So let's see if our cable we just made is going to give us a little bit of a fire, or it's going to work great. Well, I know it clicked on because the jankish fan in this thing is spinning up because the bearing's about to die, but it is getting power. Eventually, once the fan warms up, it'll stop. But this way, I have one power supply essentially running my LEDs and then running the Raspberry Pi. Granted, the printer itself still needs its own dedicated 24-volt power supply, which is fine. So let's go see if this guy's running. And as you can see, this guy is good to go. Move my camera in a more logical position. But yeah, no more voltage faults or anything of the nature. So that is how you make a Molex to USB-C adapter for your Raspberry Pi to bypass the low voltage issue that you might run into, because these things are essentially like free. Oh, one more thing. How do you turn on a ATX power supply? Well, your main ATX header, 24 or 20 pin, if you look at it from the with the clip facing upwards, it's the fourth wire from here going inwards. In this case, the wires are still color coded, but it's always the green wire when they're color coded. If you short green to ground, it'll turn on your ATX power supply, because if you just plug in the power connector, it's not going to do anything. That's essentially mimicking your motherboard's stay on command. Anyway, quick, easy fix. But yeah, she's purring. Till next time.